Hello and welcome to another Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm bringing you a battle against Joe, spelled Geo, instead of our last opponent who had an E on his name. And basically, he's got a really intimidating team, and I'm using I believe it's an OU, yeah it is an OU team because I'm using Clefable as well. But this person gave me a battle quite a few weeks ago, as this week I've not been able to get many battles in as I have been away, so I thought I'd upload this older one for you, so you can just watch and enjoy. So I lead with Mega Bayonet, wanting to get a decent start, and he leads with his Charizard named Kim. So basically, he sets up the Drought, and I'm just going to go for the Protect this first turn, just to make sure I get my Prankster ability. But unfortunately, it's not really going to help me much here. Cause after we both Mega Evolve, battle of the Mega Evolutions here, Charizard Y is going to certainly win this one. Cause I didn't want to swap into anything, and I went for the Sucker Punch just to get as much damage as possible, take it down to half, and get just annihilated by Heat Wave. I mean, look how quickly my health went down. So I'm not doing the grandest start, so I go into my trusty Dragonite here and just extreme speed this thing. So I have revealed the extreme speed, and he does go down, probably knowing how my Choice Banded set. So he goes into this very phallic looking Pokemon here, and I'm not one to hang around, and I'm knowing this thing can very unlikely touch Steel types, because I was expecting King's Rock set. You know, basically it's my Chinchino set, just uses Cloyster, and this thing's defense is probably one of the best in the game. But I don't think it's good as Registeel here. I have got a ton more resistances than you have, and one less weakness. So Registeel's going to be quite chilled out here, as this one decides to withdraw and goes into the Ninetales. So I'm not really wanting to hang around after these things after I get my Stealth Rocks up. At least he hasn't got a Rapid Spinner on these teams, so the Rocks are going to prove incredibly useful. And basically my opponent does make a good play here, knowing I'm going to withdraw into some kind of special wall. I go into my girl's BFFs, which is close my Lickitung, and he just decides to Fire Blast, which causes a load of damage. But, well, not a load of damage, I bulked that out quite well. Now he starts setting up substitutes, which is interesting. So Toxic of course won't hit, and he tries to Toxic me back, so I go for the Dragon Tail, and if it wasn't, look, that doesn't manage to get hit there. So of course Dragon Tail on Lickitung with no attack investment isn't going to cause a lot of damage. So I go for the Dragon Tail again to try and break the sub, and finally the sub's broken. So me thinking that he knows this is I'm going to switch out and go into my Nelly here as he sets up the substitute. And I know these things carry Will-O-Wisp, so I was trying to bait him into revealing the Will-O-Wisp instead of hopefully not Energy Ball. If he had Energy Ball, my plan would have been totally ruined. So I go for the Earthquake, I managed to break it. Luckily for me, he does miss the Will-O-Wisp, thank God for that. And of course my Lumberry does come into play here as soon as he Will-O-Wisps us. So I was very lucky there that Will-O-Wisp missed, because if it didn't miss, I think this game would have went into a completely different change. If I would have lost my Nelly, who does come in quite useful in this game. So he goes into his Joe here, which is, I'm assuming it's his favourite Pokemon since it's named after him, which is this bulky Venusaur. So I go into Girls BFS and get Giga Drain just straight away, practically recovering all of its health, and he just revealed the item Life Orb, so that's an interesting set. Life Orb Venusaur, using Giga Drain to get your health back. So after I get hit by a Sludge Bomb, I just nearly lived that. I thought I was going to end up being Death Fodder there, but I do manage to live and get the Sleep Talk up. So, Rest, sorry, not Sleep Talk. So basically not want to hang around, I go into Registeel, expecting Sludge Bomb again, but he does reveal Growth, and this is not looking good for me, because this thing can start setting up now. So with Grow Up, I'm thinking a mix attacker, because Earthquake and Knockoff could be easily on this thing. So it goes for the Giga Drain, does a decent amount of damage considering how bulky Registeel is, even though I've got no investment in special defense. So after Life Orb damage, I am going to be able to start trying to chip this thing away here, even though it's got Giga Drain. Basically, I Thunder Wave this thing, so it's going to be slow as possible, so I can try and bring my Dragonite in as safely as possible, hoping for the chance of Paralyze. So he goes Giga Drain with multi-scale, plus the fact I'm very resistant to that. Even a crit's going to do nothing to me. So after the Life Orb damage kicks in, I'm going straight for the Dragon Claw to get as much damage as possible, but I don't manage to kill it, and he Sludge Bombs me, and of course it gets the poison, so I go down. But luckily, thanks to his Life Orb variant, he does go down. So Life Orb on a Venusaur, interesting set, but I personally can't recommend it, but it's something different. I don't know, maybe if it was against some other team it would have worked really well. So I go into my Clefable here, and my opponent doesn't make the best decision here. So going for the U-turn, I think this person was expecting me to start setting up. You know, the usual thing for Clefables is, you know, Cosmic Powers, blah 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 blah. So I do just go straight for the Ice Beam here. It was going to kill something that's going in either way, since this thing doesn't resist it at all. So I was going to take out something with that ice beam, or cause at least a load of damage. So he should have gone to his cloister, but of course you don't think he could have predicted the ice beam. I do run an offensive Clefable set, not the stockpiling, but Cosmic Power, that's the one I was looking for. So I don't think this person could have predicted this. Basically now we're in Battle of the Stall. Well, not stall, but it's Battle of the... Basically he's trying to flinch me and I'm just trying to kill this thing with Rock Tomb. But with it being incredibly not specially defensive, man, defensive, it's going to start ruining my day. So it goes with the Ice Shot, doesn't do much damage of course with me resisting it. And I'm just going to keep going for the Rock Tomb, lowering its speed and just keep on lowering it until we do eventually manage to kill this thing. So, actually there's a question if you get so far in this video. What's your favourite ice type? At the top of my head, probably... I really like Avalugg. I do like Avalugg's design, just the big coffee table. It's a pretty good Pokemon, but Weavile as well. Definitely them two, my favourite ice type Pokemon. Really good Pokemon. So, after he keeps going for the Ice Crash, just trying to do whatever damage he can. Not wanting to switch out, which I can understand. But I go for the Thunder Wave here, just in case he wants to switch. And with the Thunder Wave, pluck the Rock Tomb. I believe I am faster than this thing now, as long as it doesn't start Ice Shotting me. And I go for the Rock Tomb, boom. Chip in there, I'm picking another 2 or 3. I'm going to eventually start killing this thing. Goes for the Ice Sphere again. But of course, you can see, fully bulky Vamp Registeel is not taking any hits from that. Just think if Samson could have took those hits from Bloody Guts in the anime, he probably would have lived. Even though he was the minorest of minor characters. So, keep going for the Rock Tomb. Just going down here, and I'm thinking, I've got this game in the bag. Next turn, the Flygon's going to come in, Earthquake my life, and just obliterate Samson, but then my Clefable's going to come in, be able to take a hit. Because basically, the Clefable set I do use is, it's 200 EVs in defense, I believe, to equal it out with its special defense. Then everything in health, and the few that remain into special attack, and the Life Orb manages to boost that up as well, so this my Clefable does manage to hit hard like a truck. So I get Earthquake here, down goes Samson after taking all those hits, but not an Earthquake or a Flygon, no way. Goes for Earthquake again, does a load of damage. I don't think this was banded, maybe Adamant max attack. So then I just go for the Ice Beam and finish off the game. So I hope you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, all the social media stuff, and I hope you all have a nice day.